Yay! Another slapdash video here by Storytelling Ron. Oh wow! What a wonderful. I mean, constant berating and destruction of America and our freedoms, and I just walked my dog out on Sunset Boulevard here in Hollywood, and it's just trashy and filthy. I was gonna take pictures, but I was like, what a waste of time for me. But I gotta just say, there's broken glass everywhere. There's little miniature bottles of liquor everywhere. Cigarette butts. I don't know. They didn't get rid of that. There's puddles along the curbs. Black water with dirty rags, pretty consistently throughout on the streets, along the streets. Puddles with dirty rags in them. You know, the gross black dirty rags just laying in it. Don't know what it is. Is it clothes? Whatever it is, and all kinds of stuff just laying around in there. Weeds are growing everywhere on the sidewalks and curbs. There's no care, no caretakers, nothing here on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Piles of trash intermittently spread out along the blocks. Been there for weeks. The trash bins are these black things, and they're light, so they get knocked over easily. Some drugged out homeless person will come along and just kick them over and onto the street, so cars have to drive around them. And there's half the stores are empty. I'm walking in my new Birkenstocks, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't walk in my Birkenstocks. I should probably wear shoes in case I need to run at some point. There was a woman jogger this morning, so I was kind of a little happy, that at least she feels safe enough to go out and jog in the morning. But there was plenty of homeless people, weirdos walking along. There's a guy in a trash bag with trash bags. He's wearing a trash bag and with trash bags, collecting, recycles. So he's doing something. But he looked like a third world dude. He didn't look like an American. But he was wearing a trash bag. It was kind of weird, and he was kind of weird. So I don't know. But I walked by plenty of people like that as out this morning. So plenty of normal people, not plenty, but scattered. But just sad. Anyway, so this guy's switching to Republican. Yay! Wow, one bit of good news. I mean, man, I'm just going to the Gateway Pundit and all conservative news, just constant. Anyway, so he wrote a Wall Street Journal op-ed. He's saying, 80% of Americans are now in urban cities. He got 98% of the vote, but I'm assuming, with his Democrats. I mean, Democrats flock to the cities. They control the cities. They own the cities for the most part. Even in Republican states, even in red states, like in Dallas, in Texas, the Democrats rule Austin, Dallas. It's not Sacramento. Is it Austin? Is Austin their capital? Whatever the capital is, Democrats swarm. The liberals swarm there. Wherever the government is, that's where they're swarming. And it's just sad because the GOP just kind of doesn't really do that. But the Democrats, and that's what they love. They love anonymity. They love big cities. They love crowding. And they control the entire land based out of those cities. And I like here he says, somewhere in here he says, the future of America's great urban centers depends on the willingness of the nation's mayors to champion law and order, practice fiscal conservatism. Our cities desperately need the genuine commitment of these principles, as opposed to the inconsistent poll-driven commitment of many Democrats. Also, he's writing here, it's just creepy. It's just creepy how not creepy. It's expected. I'm glad that the Democrat Party exists, actually, because I'm glad that evil has a place to go and declare their evilness. So get away from the Democrat Party. That's all I'm saying. They coddle criminals, exacerbate homelessness. The homeless have all these tents. Where do they? I don't have a tent. How come they get a tent? I don't get a tent. Where do they get these tents from? I don't even know where to buy a tent. Especially the ones they have. They're big. They're amazing looking. I mean, they're dirty and filthy. There's a row there by Chick-fil-A here on Sunset, just past Chick-fil-A, where there's like 20 tents and all disgusting. Where does the fecal matter go? I mean, this is the city of environmentalists, and they're coming out telling you and me, stop using oil, stop doing whatever we're doing. But yet look at this. They own the city, and it's disgusting. It is filthy. It is dirty. It is disgusting. and they're telling you how to live your life. These environmentalists here in LA, these powerful celebrities and movie people telling you how to live life, and they're destroying San Francisco, this city, and then they want to come out to you now. They want to come out to you and tell you what to do as they destroy, as their own city. It's a joke. Like, what's behind them that they rule is all disgusting and polluted and dirty and fecal matter and drugs and tents and homelessness, and then they're pointing at you. It is your fault. Yet they own what's behind them, and then they want to come over to a red state and tell you how to, how pathetic and ill you are, and white supremacist or whatever. Anyway, it's good to hear that this guy is going to become a Republican. I'm really glad for that. Man, I hope he coming from a Democrat, and I was a Democrat, by the way, coming from a Democrat and a Republican, to me, that's a really strong Republican, because they know exactly what evil is. They haven't been coddled their whole life as a Republican and get kind of big-headed. I think, he knows what's going on. So hopefully this guy we'll see him again more and more in the future. So bit of good news, huh? Out of Dallas too, man. I've been there once. Let's just hope that spreads around Texas. Man, I hope GOP will really support this guy and church too. By the way, I mean, as much as I love this and love this story, I wish there were some strong churches too in the area. Although I do notice that pastors are definitely left out of the media. They're left out of, like, they don't really get a voice either. So the churches and pastors really aren't ever asked to come on and give their opinion, in the media or in politics. One, I wish they were, and two, I wish that they would push themselves out there like that. Because we ought to have, I think we need pastors now. We just don't. We have pundits, we have Democrats, we just certainly have activists. Definitely have left-wing activists, but we don't have the right-wing activist, which I think is a pastor. Really. Anyway, so I'm still having a good time. I'm still enjoying life. Jesus is my homie, my Lord, my Savior. I'm working on I'm now focusing on the finishing these up, the PDFs. I really got. I've been home brewing and constantly adding, and then changing things around. I got to stop doing that and just get it concise and cleaned up and get it done. So I'm focusing on that right now. But thought I'd do this quick little news bit video. All right, another Slapdash video by Storytelling Ron, and remember, in the game of life, roll holy dice.